Hi, my name is Nathan, and today we're going to do a comic book review of Spawn, issue number 301, brought to you by Rated Comics. Let's get to this. We begin this issue where we left off in the previous issue. The Violator ripped the symbiote off of Al Simmons, thinking that was the source of his power, thinking that's what made him Spawn. He is Spawn. Even without the symbiote, he puts barbed wire, dirt, and impaled himself with spikes to create his costume. This was an epic moment in the last issue. The Violator is confused by this, that he believes he controls the symbiote and not Spawn. He claims it's growing his power so he can raise an army. In that moment, Hell's Demons appears from the shadows, from the ground. Spawn is like, I hope for your sake you have more than that. Violator may control an army, but Spawn is king now. King of the dead! He commands his people to rise up. I wonder if that king moment right there, back in Spawn issue 301, was a foreshadowing to King Spawn. What do you guys think? Comment below, let me know. From the ashes, hundreds of unliving circle Clown's army of demons. Violator can't believe what is happening before his very eyes. He believes he was holding Spawn's power because he has possession of his symbiote. Spawn stares at him with intensity and tells him, "You're not holding my powers, you're holding a bomb." And he ain't lying. Brother is telling the explosive freaking truth as an intense amount of power / explosion comes down, draining all of his powers in that moment. Bring Spawn's power counter down to 0. It's drained. No more power for Spawn. For now. At that same moment around the globe, a spark has been triggered and a new breed of Hell Spawn is born. In this panel, I can tell a new artist took over. Sometimes it doesn't bother me. Comment below, let me know what your thoughts are on that. But 10 days later, the UN is attempting to gain entry at the northern border. But they were sent on a false mission when someone leaked intelligence that one of their bases is stockpiling plutonium. Back to the Future, anyone? Plutonium? That's what it reminds me of. The experts from the World Council have been able to narrow the seismic activity to a nearby location. And that location is where our boy Spawn did his thing earlier by unleashing an explosive haymaker on them. You know, Violator and the other dude. I can't think of his name right now. Elsewhere, Al Simmons makes the rounds of talk shows, finally explicitly being treated as a superhero in his crusade against corruption and injustice that just happens to have an unseated high-level corporate jerks around the world. He did all that work. But moving on with the review and with the content, in Morristown, Tennessee, it's 1:33 in the morning. These two friends walk out the bar drunk AF. One of them says that he should talk to this girl again because he knows she likes him despite getting slapped across the face at the bar. He doesn't call it a slap, he calls it a love tap. As he tries to locate their car, considering that they don't recall parking so far away, Spawn makes his entry with the two of them known. "What did you get? How much money? Surely your bosses gave you something for making the deal for supplying terrorists, huh? How else were they going to be able to slaughter all those women and children?" Before he can squeeze the trigger, Spawn vanishes and moves to a more strategic position on top of the Geno sign. The only Geno I thought of in that moment was Geno's Pizza in Chicago. Anyways, the sign falls on top of their car. "Well done," says a mysterious man in the shadows. He continues his dialogue by saying, "Tell me, Spawn, this is how you're planning to take us all out, right? One at a time? That'll take years if you plan on taking us out one by one." "Maybe," says Spawn. They teleport to an unknown destination. He continues to tell Spawn that the word is spreading in Albania on what Spawn did. Clown / Violator was the leader of a secret empire. By eliminating the Clown or Violator / Violator, Spawn has created a vacuum. There will be dozens fighting to take his position. "Good," says Spawn. "That'll make it easier to find them and eliminate them one by one." Then the brother's like, "Good, start with me then because I want to see what you can do without a real symbiote costume." Spawn's like, "Man, bro, you won't be that leader, Sangster, because you were never a real threat." Sangster transforms, revealing his true form, a freaking snake. I don't like freaking snakes, man. I hate freaking snakes. And if you guys are watching this video that love freaking snakes, you know what? I am not judging. Good for you. I just can't stand them. They terrify the hell out of me. Anyways, back to the content. As Sangster wraps around Spawn, oh, this is freaking gross, man. He grabs a weapon from the wall. He decides this battle is going to get physical. He impales him. He loosens his grip on Spawn. But Sangster's attack on Spawn is more calculated than that. Spawn's powers are limited until he's able to replenish them because of that power drain he did earlier with the bomb, symbiote costume. He'll need to resist the urge to use his necro powers, even if it means it could save his life. So Spawn will have to lean on his military training instead. We're going back to basics, bro. After slicing a piece of his tail off, Sangster tells Spawn that he's improved his skills, but even if you kill me, others will come. Spawn can kill him where he stands, but he is worth more alive than dead to Spawn. So Spawn leaves him with the message to relay to everyone else. Tell your side how weak I am. Tell them how superior you are, Sangster. And while you're glutting all your greatness, gloat away. Just gloat. Ask yourself, why after all these years, why no one has killed me yet? And if any of them want to come after Spawn or after me, before I hunt them down, tell them to bring it on. I'll be waiting as Spawn disappears into the shadows. And that's where we end this issue, or we end this review. I gotta leave a little meat on the bone with you guys because this is a classic issue. If you do decide to purchase this book, link in description. There are other stories in this book like Arsenal, Brotherhood, Sacrifice. I went over 2 stories, so there's a total of 5 stories in this book. I went over the first 2, the last 3. I gotta leave a little meat on the bone with you guys. My favorite part of it is Sacrifice as well as Arsenal. Sacrifice because we're introduced to the, the appearance of Ninja Spawn or whatnot, and I think that's really cool. I imagine Ninja Spawn is going to make an appearance in later issues, but overall I was able to understand and engage with this issue, and I enjoyed it very, very much, even though the continuity and the art is touche. But it was an interesting reading experience that I had a blast reading, and I think you guys will too. But with that being said, Spawn issue number 301. What you guys think of the comic book? Comment below, let me know. And also, if you like the content we're throwing up, you know what to do. Don't be shy, don't be stingy. Here at Rated Comics, we do awesome comic book reviews, comic book related content with the occasional comic book giveaway. Thanks again for watching. Until next time.